Et voilà. Tan est parti. Ah, il est
J'ai
retour.
été ravitaillé. So let's go. We're gonna switch in English, I think now.
Sure. Let's welcome. Make a
Let's
presentation.
let's welcome Creech from Rebelmatic and from
Yes, sir.
a lot of other projects. How are you, man?
I'm good. Good. How y'all feeling, man? I'm
Yeah,
happy to be here.
we're good. I'm happy to have you. It's an honor, a pleasure. Like
Man,
to introduce, I put like one song as my discovery here in
okay.
this show, like a month or a month and a half ago, and it was like a total like a super like surprise for everybody, and everybody was like, "Yeah, that's like our favorite so far that you
You
have."
dig it?
So it was
Okay.
like
What
one-
song? What song was it?
it was Gold.
Blood and Gold.
Yeah, that's it.
That
That's it.
song is incredible.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, man,
Thank you.
I need those guys in a show.
Yeah.
I have a question. Where did you film that video?
We filmed it January 2020. So before the pandemic, we filmed it. Maybe
Yeah.
January, like January, December, before the pandemic started, we filmed it.
Yeah, but
You
the
know.
place, I mean, the live stuff. At the moment, I thought it was at Otto's.
No, Max Fish. Max Fish, Max Fish Bar. Like, yeah, Max Fish is like a legendary bar in New York that a lot of skaters and a lot of people went, and they had a basement part. We were already doing shows there,
Yeah.
so we decided, like, you know what, this is our home anyway. Asked the guys that was there, so we just wound up doing it there. And then the skating part is at a Tompkins Square Park. My boy, shout out to my boy Dustin. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Because
Which part is the bar you were talking about? Is it in
Oh,
Manhattan?
it's called Max. Yeah, it's in Manhattan. They're closed right now because of the pandemic. They closed before they moved. This the way we filmed it at was the second location, which is currently closed. But I think they might reopen, hopefully, once things settle. You know.
Yeah, that's it.
I like the Max Fish though.
Because Fab, he know New York kind of pretty well because he went there like several times. He got friends over there, so
Yeah, he was saying. He said Otto's. He said
Okay.
Otto's. So I know he knows. I know he knows the city. Yeah.
Last week, 2 weeks ago, we had Pat Pervert, one of the DJ at Otto's.
Okay.
The punk rock hour on every Thursday. I've been
Nice.
at the Clockwork, trying to go every year in New York City because once you live there,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
something else, man.
Yeah.
It's about to it's opening back up too right now. It's like people. It's a lot like it's yeah. We'll get into it. It's a lot happening right now. It's a lot happening.
hopefully. And so, like, can you introduce yourself a little bit? Introduce your project because you're like a man with like so far like many projects. You got Rebelmatic. I think you got like you make some hip hop
Yeah.
stuff. You got another band. So
No other band. I got like Rebelmatic is the band. I got solo stuff, Creaturenomics. I got solo stuff as Creature. I got a lot of I put out a lot of records as Creature solo and some hip hop stuff. And then I started going by Creaturenomics. Again, I've been using Creaturenomics, but I decided to start as my rap name again is just Creaturenomics because a lot of people start using Creature, and I just wanted you to know it was Creaturenomics was me.
change.
So just flip it up a little bit. And then Rebelmatic, we've been doing it for a little bit over 10 years. So we've just been doing it. And we got an album that came out in August of 2020 called Ghost in the Shadows on Red Right Recording, produced by Mark O'Connell from Taking Back Sunday. And it's out.
I saw that. I wish we could have it over there. I didn't see it so far in Europe. I don't think.
Yeah, that's.
We'll talk about it. We'll find something and bring you over there. But yeah.
Oh yeah, that right now you would have to order it from their site, from the label site to get the vinyl. But we definitely want to get a distributor to get the vinyl out there, so it'll make it easy. We've been getting a lot of that. A lot of people have been asking about that. Like, hey man, I've been trying. Do you have it in the UK? Do you have it in Europe? And I'm like, yeah. They're a new label, so we're going through a little couple of things, but we'll figure it out.
Even on Discogs, the only thing I could find, you have to make them coming from the US. That means the Pray for the Future album.
Oh yeah.
It could be $25 just for the shipping.
That's that's not even on. That's on CD. That's not even like, we never pressed that up more than a CD. That's a CD. Everything else was CDs. This one is the first one that's on vinyl. But interesting enough, we're doing this new thing where we're recording songs from our other records, not from Ghost in the Shadows, but from like Eat the Monster, a couple other records. We got like 4 songs that we never put out on vinyl that we're giving people a chance to like own personal copies of. Like, we're gonna record like direct to, I don't know, you guys, do you know? I put it up online, direct to vinyl sessions. So basically, like, we'll record it and say, we're like, hey, shout out to Tan, blah blah blah. This goes out there, and we will record it, and you would be the only one that owned that copy. So we're doing that right. We're doing that in May.
Okay, right on.
Like,
nice.
Yeah.
Is it for International Records Day or something?
No, it's just, I forgot what the thing is called, but it's these people in Brooklyn. They have like, I guess they wanted to keep like bands and stuff working in some aspects. Basically, you have sessions, and if like your supporters or fans want to buy, like get a specially owned, a personal copy. Not when I mean personal, it's like, but it's really like it's only one of one. Like the copy, like say,
put the link down, and you can order your own record. That's pretty good.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. So you got it. All right. Yeah, you got it. All right. Yeah, I don't gotta say it. So all the description will say it in there is basically, you'll get a one of one. It's like, we'll give you a personal shout out in the beginning. It's like no one else will have your record. So you can't, if you sell the record, it's gonna be with your name on it. It's not gonna be, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be like, oh, this is for John, or it'll be like, that's for whoever,
Yeah.
It's powerful to do that to a record collector like I am, because I'm gonna need it.
Yeah.
Well, dude, you order it. We'll do it. We'll it's only there's 4 songs that we have on there because there's a lot. We got a lot of songs. If we give every song, we're gonna be recording like 100 different songs. So we just kind of like narrow it down to 4 that are kind of like people's favorites that never been on vinyl yet. You know what I mean? The ones that are on vinyl, it's like you'll just buy the Ghost in the Shadows. If you like one of the songs, like more, just get that on that record. But other songs that trying to offer people something.
Yeah, that's it. That's good. And as you say, it's keep bands busy, and it's something like it's a gift, to people that like foreign you.
Yeah, it's impersonal. It's like getting a personal painting that's made specifically for you. It's one of one, very distinctive.
I've heard that before. I think it's in the reggae dance hall kind of thing.
Yeah. Dub plates,
the dub plate, and it's really like specific, where they can make like all like freestyle and like shout outs.
Specific. Like, hey, this is for my mom. For my it's very absolutely. It's very similar to that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. Should we listen to a song now? I think people want to listen to a song.
Whatever y'all want to do, I'm your guest, man. Y'all want to play something? I don't care. I'm here.
I talked to Fab because he's the DJ, he's the host, so he's the one.
Fab, do whatever you want to do, man. I like that regulator shirt too. Whatever you want to do.
That's from a gig at the Barrier Electric.
Yeah. That's when it was with Doc No and Daryl Jennifer and John Joseph and Mackie.
Yeah. You were there too?
Right.
I was there, and that was.
We know. We're in New York, man. We know what's going on. We know what's going on.
I used to live in Washington Avenue, Brooklyn. So
Okay.
I know the place.
I'm in Brooklyn right now. Yeah, I'm in Brooklyn right now.
Okay, right on.
Okay.
You live?
Let's play that first
Yeah,
song.
Let's play the first song and we talk later.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
Man, the melody in blood and gold, absolutely.
And,
that's really one of my
appreciate it.
song of the year. Honestly, I discovered it this year, so
Wow.
Welcome
Appreciate it.
also in the show.
yeah,
Hello.
he's one also.
What's up? How are you?
Who do Chronicle with us.
What's your name?
Oh, you can call me Oliver. Yeah, it's
Oliver.
easier.
Okay. Nah, what's
Nice to
your
meet
name
you.
though? You don't gotta. I don't gotta call you Oliver. What's your name though? How do you say your name though?
That's
If
fine.
you
Well,
want-
if you want to say it in the
Oliver's
French
good.
way, it's Olifor. But I know that English people have a problem with
I'm
fond.
American. I'm not even English. I'm American. Oliver. No?
Olifor.
Oliver. Is that bad?
It's like
Oliver.
Fond.
Four. I'm gonna call you old man. Oliver. I'm trying. Oliver. I don't want to just be like, oh, Oliver. Okay. Hey, what's up, Oliver? Oliver. But how you doing, man?
Fine, you.
I'm good. I'm in a good place right now. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here talking about music. It's a good thing.
So back up to you. You have this song have like a super like suicidal type of intro. There's like a suicidal type of vibes. Then when you start like playing, you feel that you have like you are like a New York hardcore band.
Then
Your voice.
there's a lot of echo.
Yeah, I don't know where
It's kind of cutting up. I caught some of it, but it kind of got cut up.
Yeah, there was an echo in it. I don't know who.
Yeah, I didn't. I heard like, oh, you said it.
Okay, I'm gonna. No, now it's okay. So I think the echo is from Tab. No, it's not from him because I heard his sound.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Well,
there's an echo somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry.
If you can repeat it, that I heard some of it. I couldn't catch all of it.
Trying to make my.
It's not
Yeah.
really-
So the question was like, you got these suicidal vibes in your suicidal tendencies, like in the intro, we're like suicidal vibes, and then you get this hardcore, like New York hardcore vibes when you start like playing, and then you get your voice, who is like like the touch in the band for me. So how did you start like music, and when did you like fall into hardcore? Was it your first first type of music you listen, or did you listen to like funk or something before? So
I started listening to, before hardcore I listened to metal, but before metal I listened to like whatever was on the radio. I listened to hip hop, but I didn't listen to it like prior to music. I just listened to music, was like background for me. I played sports, you know what I mean? And then about at 14, 15, I started getting into music more. Like as far as when I mean getting into like buying music, going to shows.
Yeah.
But prior, it was from 7 to 14, it was all sports for me.
Okay.
From 15 on, it became music. So the first tape I ever bought was Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon. That was the first tape I bought with my own money. The first music I knew all the lyrics to front to back was a Run DMC Raising Hell album.
Nice.
So, that gives you just an idea.
Yeah.
I was in the metal before I was in the hardcore.
Right on.
And then, I was in the metal, man. I was like into thrash and death metal and stuff like that before.
Oli is a big metal fan. He's more a metal fan than a hardcore fan, so he's gonna like it.
Yeah.
Did
I started off.
Did you ever play like a metal?
I mean, I played in a hardcore band. So I started off in a hardcore band when I was like 15, and played for a while, and then I went into like rhyming to hip hop. So I kind of like still listened to hardcore and metal, but I didn't do it anymore. I just did hip hop. Then I kind of came back to playing in a hardcore band. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't feel like we're a typical hardcore band. We got a lot of different things. Yeah, but I'll just go give you history. So metal. The metal stuff I listened to was like Creator, early Metallica, Testament, Death, Sodom, Destruction, Motorhead, early Obituary, like Overkill, you know what I mean? Some Anthrax.
The trash.
Yeah, a lot of thrash, and then I just listen to regular rock stuff too. You know what I mean? I listen to regular rock, but a lot of metal was like that was metal was like I seen Metallica when I was like 15 live. I seen like Overkill a bunch of times. I seen like Biohazard open for Creator. I seen Leeway open for Creator. No, Leeway open for Overkill.
Was it at
Slayer? Early Slayer.
Was it at L'Amour?
Say it again.
Was it at L'Amour?
I went to L'Amour's, bro. I seen Creator at L'Amour's like 3 times. I seen Biohazard open for Creator. I seen Bad Brains at the L'Amour's. I seen my first hardcore show was Sick of It All at CB's, and then my second show was Murphy's Law at CB's.
Nice.
So I started off in the metal. Well, I started off, but I listened to a lot of other stuff besides that. Yeah. Like, I listen to funk. Right now, I listen to everything. Like, literally, not everything, but a lot of music. So, like, a lot. Like, funk, hip hop, folk music, metal still, but like the classic stuff. I don't really listen to a lot of new metal. The genre, nor I listen. The last metal band that made me say, "Oh, was Power Trip." Like Power Trip. When I was that shit was like and Exodus. I liked Exodus, Metal Command.
It's funny how a lot of people into the hardcore music, they like also the metal stuff, but most of the time it stopped in 2000. Most of the older band. I love the old I've been to L'Amour a lot of time because I was living early. I was in New York 89, 1991 when
so that's when
I would say Times Square was not Disneyland at the time.
Oh no, dude. I played video games in Times Square. I played video games in Times Square like when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like just way different.
I used to buy weed in Times Square.
It's different. So it's a lot. That's the New York that influences our music. That's why our music kind of sounds like kind of older but new still, because it kind of like it's from that era. It's from the era like we listened to Metallica when Metallica was really good. We listened to
that's it.
We listened to like Cro-Mags and Bad Brains and Public Enemy and we listen to a lot. We listen to music, man. Sly and Family Stone and John Coltrane is like my favorite music, but at the same time, Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets is some of the greatest music ever to me.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. The last show I went for all this shit, was Desangel, Exodus, and Testament. They were like that was their last tour in Europe, and it was like a crazy, awesome. Like I love them.
Yeah,
I got something like being Asian. I got something with like Desangel, like
Death Angel,
like super good. So thrash metal. I don't
it's rhythmic too. It's very. You don't listen to death. You want to say death metal?
No, not a lot. I think it's the
Obituary. Obituary is great.
Obituary. But see, Obituary. Like I got a chance to meet Chuck Schuldina and like the guys from Death when I was a kid. You know what I mean? At a record store. So, and I fucked it. Oh man, I had that autographs too, Death and Dark Angel, because they were on the Leave Scars tour, and I met like guys from Gene Hogan. I met Chuck Sardina. What was the guy? Roz was Rick Roz was the guitarist. I met all those guys when I was real young. So like Death, Leprosy, and Scream Bloody Gore are albums that are always for me. I can still listen to that shit. You know, there is no hope. Why don't you pull the plug? And Possessed too. Possessed. But like, most people like the first album, but I'm an Eyes of Horror guy. So yeah, music, man. Wait a minute. But I listen to I listen to Miles Davis too, man. I listen to like Santana, and I listen to like a lot of stuff. Peter Tosh.
Man.
What group?
I used to work for the Blues Traveler.
Oh yeah, John Spencer. Yeah, for sure.
John Popper.
What is his name? John Popper, you said?
John Popper, the big guy playing harmonica.
Yeah. But I'm thinking is John Spencer. What's John Spencer's group called? John Spencer and what? Isn't it not the Blues Traveler? It's the Blues something, right?
Yeah, and the Blues Explosion.
Blues Explosion, that's what it is, right? Okay, maybe that's what I got into. But I know the Blues Travelers too, though.
No. Playing heavy trash.
No, it's music.
About New York City. You guys are lucky because on April 24 in Tompkins Square, there's a free gig. Okay, it's better to give a little bit of money because it's a charity for the firemen, Madball, Murphy's Law, Blood Clot, and the Capturers.
I'll be there. Saturday the 24th of April.
Yeah, that's
right. I'm not even looking at nothing. I just April 24th, Saturday at noon. Right. I'm not even looking at nothing. I don't got nothing in front of me. I just know it already.
I know. I'm gonna
send
us a video, man. We wish we could be there.
No, yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'll definitely be there for that one. Nice. Madball is great too.
Yeah.
Should we listen to another song now, Fab?
If I would tell you, Frank Sinatra.
Oh, you gonna play my hip hop shit too? Oh wow! Yeah. I didn't know y'all was gonna play my hip hop shit. Wow. Okay. Damn. Okay. Frank Sinatra eating collard greens. Yeah. Damn. Y'all fucked me up right now. Oh, I don't know. Can I curse? I'm sorry.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't want to.
Smoke and curse.
Yeah. Yeah. But still, it might mess up your ratings or something. You might, I don't know what it's funny. People will curse and then they be like, wait, and I'm like, oh damn, wait, hold up. We'll all be like, wait, can we curse on there? And so we go, fuck that. Blah, blah, blah. Wow. Yo, Frank Sinatra eating collard greens. Yeah, that's a solo. I got a solo project coming out in May too called Hunt for the Future. And it's hip hop, straight like East Coast hip hop. I mean, I've done a lot of like I said, I got a long history of hip hop stuff. Work with a lot of people and put out records and had record deals and all that stuff.
It's typical for
that's cool.
Scene. If you see Freddie,
kind of.
He have his hip hop.
Freddie
from Scarhead. Danny Diablo also.
That's my guy. That's my dude. Danny Diablo. Shout out to Danny. I'm actually on I'm on the Blood of Eden album. I'm on that album. So yeah, that's Queens right there. I'm from Queens. I live in Brooklyn, but I'm from Queens.
That's it. Okay, right on.
I'm from Queens. I'm from Corona, Queens. So like Hoya's from Corona. Danny's from Isaac is from Jackson Heights. Yeah, so we know we locked in.
And Jimmy is not far from you, I think. He's in Astoria.
Who? Jimmy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, I mean Astoria is a hotbed, dude. Astoria is like Leeway and Murphy's Law. I think some of the guys from Token Entry. I think Urban Waste is from like Long Island City, Astoria. The Mob is from like Jackson Heights. There's a lot of people from, Queens is heavy with hardcore, man. Mm-hmm. Gorilla Biscuits had a place out in Jackson Heights.
We had Jimmy G.
Singing with all.
In a show.
Singing with all from Flushing.
Yeah. Okay, let's play Frank Sinatra.
Eating collard greens.
Collard greens.
Yes, yes.
Wow, I didn't even hear it. I thought I was gonna hear it.
Okay.
I was trying to listen to it. I was like, yo, are they playing it? All right, whatever. It's cool.
And it's your honor because so far, I got like every week we do the show and I get my chronicle on discovery that I make. But the first rule he said to me, Fab said to me, it's like it got to be rock related, You can have and it's because he know that I listen to a lot of hip hop so far, like right now, and he was like, please no hip hop. So I'm super happy that he got something hip hop tonight.
Well, that's why I was that was pretty cool because I was like, I don't, when I do stuff with a band, I don't really expect the hip hop stuff to come in. I kind of like. I'm cool with like not even talking. Like I'll talk about it, but I'm like, oh wow,
it's not.
I got like 40 songs with the band. I don't ever expect to like, oh, check out my rap stuff. I'm like, it's cool.
You're already talking about that hip hop stuff, but I'm gonna say something to make Tan sick. I was at the gig, Run DMC Beastie Boys tour back in the 80s. I saw that.
Oh wow, wow.
I wish I could.
To be annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're kind of breaking up a little bit. Hold up. Run DMC Beastie Boys. Yeah, so early days.
Yeah. And I wish I could see the US tour because the US tour, they had Murphy's Law with. It was even better.
Oh, yeah, and Fishbone.
Yeah, and Fishbone.
They had Fishbone too, I think. Murphy's Law and Fishbone, yeah. A good friend of mine. Oh, you got pictures from that tour?
No, Jimmy G put some picture. Say in my neighborhood, I was just a funky people used to bully. And the day the tour bus came to pick me up to go on tour, I was like so proud of it.
Yeah, it changes in a matter of seconds. It changes your life. It's crazy. It's crazy.
But
shout out to Murphy's Law. They're great.
I think you like New York City. It's like that. It's like you have so much like energy and music that like people kind of like tend to listen to like a lot of stuff coming from the city, So you're like in hardcore, like in metal, like in hip hop, like in other genre. It's I think here in Europe it's less like this, Like if people are in hardcore, they're in hardcore. If they're in metal, they're in metal.
It's better now.
It's better now. It's changing.
Let me say that too. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
In the 80s, you really had to be metal, punk, hardcore.
I was gonna say.
Now it's better.
Yeah, I think even in New York, it was people who listened to different stuff, but in general, it was like the same thing. Metalheads listen to metal. Some listen to some. Like there's obviously some bands that crossed over to both. Like Slayer, hardcore kids like Slayer. You know what I mean? But metalheads didn't listen to Crow. Like they're not listening to fucking Cro-Mags or like or Breakdown. They're just not all. Maybe some, but so metal was metal. Hardcore. I feel like hardcore kids a little more from New York might have been a little more open to stuff. But they're like, they came in as metalheads. Most of them, most people came in as metalheads. So like you listen to punk, you listen to maybe ska, you maybe listen to oi, and since it's street music, kids listen to hip hop because the environment where a lot of us came from it's around. But even within that, growing up, it wasn't everybody. It was some people. There was some people who just, I don't listen to hip hop. I don't listen to this. Like people like, I only listen to hardcore. I only listen. But now, like I said, it's very much open more a little bit.
Yeah. No, always say two kinds of music: the one you like and the one you don't like. Those are the two only kind of.
That's it. But that's true that
that's
true that. It took some time for me to accept that I listened and now I love hip hop. I listen like mostly to hip hop. But when I was like, like a teenager, it's like no way you can say like in high school, you are like you are with the rockers and you are like metalheads and hardcore. Hip hop is the opposite. Like you know, it's not the.
Of course. That's how my high school was, though. I hung out with metalheads. I hung out with metalheads and hardcore kids in high school.
Yeah,
but I come from a neighborhood where everyone listened to hip hop.
That's
and
it.
I listened to hip hop before I really got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, as well, like smoking weed and stuff, being together, I got like hip hop stuff that I know by heart. I never handled the CD, you know, because I was like hanging out with them, you know. So it's like,
right.
Super.
But as you grow up, you don't feel the need to pretend anymore.
Yeah,
I mean, it's mostly when you're young and you're trying to belong, you're trying to find your own identity. So you're pretending much more.
Exactly, and it's the P word, right? The poser word. Everyone's like, poser. You don't listen to that. You're a poser. How do you listen to that? How do you like Sisters of Mercy? That's bullshit. Punk is not real music. Hip hop. So, but then you know you get older and you get more like, who gives a fuck? You like what you like or don't like it. Simple as that. You don't like this band? Cool. Don't like them. That's all right. There's no rule to like whatever.
I listen to a lot
discover more and more things. You also are able to speak about whatever music the other people is listening to.
Yep.
You know, as a kid, I used to hate what my mother listened. That's typical as kids. You know, you have to hate what your parents like. Now I love the Beatles. I love the Stones. I love all those stuff.
Yeah. But that's what, dude. I listen. It's you're supposed to when you usually get into music is where we're young, right? We're teenagers. Like as far as really getting into it, as far as listening, going to shows, supporting it. So you're obviously trying to carve out your own identity. So like you said, with your parents, you're probably like, that's old people. I don't want to listen to that shit. Oh, this pisses you off? I'm going to listen to more of this. And then you like it generally, but it helps shape your identity. And but then when you get older, you're like, no, you know what? That was kind of cool. Yeah. Like growing up, I never liked house music, right? I was like, fucking house music. But now I'm like, yeah, okay, it's all right. I don't listen to it all the time, but I'm kind of like, yeah, I get it. This is pretty cool. I mean, I was like, but when the house shows is going on, I was going to hardcore shows. And then I was going to hip hop shows. So I was like, I kind of was like, I wish I was like younger. Like I caught it quick. At about 20 something, I was like, you know what, dude? It doesn't matter. I listen to what I listen to. I listen to hardcore. I listen to metal. I listen to hip hop. I listen to funk. I listen to Spanish music. I listen to music. And that's how from like that age to now, I'm just like, I don't care what anyone says, because I've lived it too much and experienced it too much, and on a simple level, it's not like no one looks at me and know what I listen to until I talk to them, unless they know I play music. Like they see a video, they're like, oh, but no one, like I could walk up to a metalhead and they'll be like, oh, if I was trying to sell somebody a CD, my band, they're like, yo, I don't listen to hip hop. I don't listen. And I'm like, yeah, you listen to metal. You'll be like, I listen to heavy metal. No, I said, no, you don't gotta say heavy metal. You listen to metal. We don't say heavy metal. It's metal. And I'll be like, what do you listen to? Thrash, speed, death, Norwegian black. They were like, what the fuck? And then I'll be like, what, like Obituary, Deicide, Morbid Age? And they're like, what the fuck? How do you even know this shit? And then just for me mentioning it, you would say, wait, how the fact that I know this, and this is not like cool because it's not mainstream. Like it's not a mainstream music. You would have to invest in a certain level to actually listen to at one point or know it, because it's not like it's no cool points to be like, oh yeah, Slowly We Ride by Obituary, this and that. Cause well, what? Oh shit! Well, how the fuck? Wow, whoa. That's not like naming a Rihanna song. You know what I mean? That's like you have to be a certain level investment in it to know it. You know what I mean? So it's cool, man. I mean, look.
People put stickers on everything. I remember my first gig of Bad Brains. First time in Belgium, I think it was 87.
Okay. You got me by 2 years on them.
And I remember
you seen them in the 80s.
When they get on stage, a friend of mine said, "Oh, they are black guys."
Right.
And he couldn't think, because a lot of people say, "Oh, you're into hip hop,"
Yeah.
No, and that's the magic of music. You don't give a shit about you like it or not. I hate some
You
of
like what you like, but you.
That's it.
hip hop at the Beastie Boys show. I remember some hip hop guys when they start to play their old song like
Cookie Puss and all that stuff, right? Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, what's that noise?" Because they were thinking
Yeah.
they're only into hip hop, and that's
I mean, it's you're right. It's and what's crazy is that, dude, we can play right now, and unless people know who we are, they're already like, what are they gonna play? They don't know.
Yeah.
Like, if they don't know, oh, Rebelmatic, yeah, we know who you are. They're looking like, you guys gonna do reggae? What are you gonna play? Funk? What are you gonna? Oh, he's gonna rap, right? And then we start playing, and it's like, they're like, oh shit. Whoa, what the fuck? They don't expect it. They don't expect it. And then when we do go into the groovy stuff, the funky stuff, they're like, oh, so it doesn't make sense. And it's on all sides, the hardcore community, the hip hop community, because we play with like big hip hop groups, and we play with Onyx, we play with like, Slick Rick, and we play with Crown of Thorns, and we play with everything in between. So, it's music is music, and it's always subjective.
Yeah, that's it.
And, and as supporters and fans of it, we're always like, when you're younger, at least, you're kind of like, well, this is my music, and I like this. And if you don't like this, but you get older, you're like, oh, you like it or you don't. Who cares? Like, I don't care if you don't like it. So what? But you're not going to tell me I'm supposed to listen to something else.
That's it.
They're like, you should listen to this. No. You should listen to it. Go ahead and listen. I'm not going to tell you not to, but I'll listen to what I want to.
But funny thing, it's like you have this more and more this crossover, but coming from a hip hop kid. We said, yeah, we're we're making hip hop now, but we're like a like Slipknot fan, or like a Manson fan. And it's like super funny because they have like now like young kids who is like doing hip hop, but saying that they were like metalheads or something.
I mean, now people could just say what they are. Some people are. Yeah, some people kind of been in the closet with it. Some people, I mean, there's a kid like Ghost Main, and he's like,
that's it.
He's got like long hair and he's screaming over hip hop tracks. But like, I know his cousin, and his cousin's like, yo, he's a hardcore, he's a fucking metalhead. So it makes sense, you know what I mean? But now, sense. Like, but people are like, oh, but he's rapping and he's screaming. But it's like, yeah, he probably grew up around, he likes it. But he's like, I'm not cutting my hair, and fuck that. Change. Now I can wear this dark shit, and people be like, oh, that's different. I didn't know that worked.
That's it.
And that's the timing. I mean, listen, everyone, it's all rebellious music. It's all rebellious music, and it speaks to people, whether it's metal, whether it's hardcore, whether it's hip hop, whether it's funk. And to the mainstream world, they were all deemed as bad music. Like, oh, that's not music. That's not, that sucks. This is shit, whatever. But it's like, it's still here. All of the genres I name are still thriving. Metal is still thriving. Hardcore is still thriving. Hip hop is still thriving. Funk is all still thriving. So it's kind of like, take it or leave it, man. It's up to you.
It's awesome.
Choose your own adventure.
That's it. That's awesome having that word, it's like super important, for us here. So that's cool.
No, absolutely. Ask me any questions though, because I got about 13 minutes before I got to cut out. So ask me anything I need to ask me.
But should we listen to another songs and then speak a little bit for the rest of time?
Nah, don't really listen to another song. No, let's talk. Don't really listen to another song, man. Let's talk.
Okay.
Let's do another song. We can. I mean, I'm about promoting. Listen, everyone listening, check us out. All the links are there. Rebelmatic NYC. Check it out online. We're who we are. We don't gotta keep playing y'all videos, man. Let's talk about
it. Okay, let's talk about it.
People, I'm gonna put the link in the show. The James Brown in a mosh pit.
Oh wow, yeah. That's how I describe the sound.
That's it.
Live. That's a live, a coronavirus live.
I'm from Corona, Queens, man. Like that's where I'm from. No virus, but I'm from Corona, Queens. That's where I grew up at. But no, we're not talking about the virus. We call it COVID. We don't want to call it Corona. Give my town a bad name. But yeah.
And that video really show what the band can be on live. But I'm always asking the same question to all our guests every week. You know, Back to the Future. If that car stop in front of you and you can go back in time to see three concert, those artists can be dead or alive. You know, some people told us they would go see Beethoven or Mozart. Some people say I would go see Janis Joplin. Who would go see?
I would definitely want to see like Hendrix and the Doors on the same bill. You know what I mean? Like on the same bill. I would want to see how that works. Parliament Funkadelic, like in their prime, because some bands I just want to see in their prime. Like I want to see them when they're like, ugh. So Hendrix went with the Doors on the same bill. Funkadelic in their prime, Parliament Funkadelic. Oh man, probably like no hardcore, because everything hardcore I feel like I've seen. I seen Bad Brains when I was a kid, so I don't mean it like that's. And I seen Sick of It All. I seen a lot of dope hardcore.
I would go for Minor Threat, dude.
I was thinking that, but I mean I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm honestly okay. If I have to choose, I would like to see, like I see Metallica in Justice for All. I would love to see Metallica during like when Cliff Burton was have.
Yeah,
I think that would have been pretty fucking. Yeah, Master of Puppets.
Master of Puppets.
For Venom.
Oh wow, 83, right? Like 83, right? That's 83, 84. Yeah.
Venom was the main one.
Yeah, Kronos. Yeah, I mean that would probably be it, but that's a hard one. But those are three off top, because at the same time, I would love to see Sabbath in 71, like Sabbath in their prime, Zappa, you know what I mean? Like James Brown in 71. I would like to see a lot of people. So it's hard to three. It was hard to, and I would make it more than just three bands. I would want to see like this festival with everybody, or Black Sabbath on it, like Sly and the Family Stone, the Doors, Hendrix, and fucking man, everything. Just great shit, all the same on the same bill. And then I want to play too. Fuck that. I want to play.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I want to play. I want to play with everyone. I want to be on the same bill. We're going back to the future. I would love to play on the bill with Metallica, with Cliff Burton's with the band, and everything. And with that early thrash.
And making a featuring, at least like 10 seconds featuring with every band,
Dude, yeah, just honestly, just to be on a bill, and if I and that's me as an artist, but me just as a fan, just to be if I could just see it, I'll be happy, man. I do see it. We see it online, you know what I mean? Yeah. But if I could, I guess that would be it. But I don't know. I feel like I've seen a lot of great shows. I've seen a lot of great shows in my life, and history is still happening. That's more of a reason for people to go see shows when it comes back for people. We've been doing shows, so that's a different story. So we've been doing a lot of pop-ups and stuff. I would just say people listen, enjoy, appreciate the artists that are here right now, because the future, people now will be the people that people talking about later. Like, dude, we should see them. And it's like, dude, they're here. You don't go out to see them while they're here. Then someone dies. It's like, oh shit. Oh, what the fuck? So hopefully the pandemic wakes people up to that, to be like, yo, you know what? I'm a little tired from work, but I'm going to go see this band. I'm going to go check them out, man. I'm going to go check them out. I'll spend a couple hours there and fucking go home and catch some rest. But I hope that happens. But so I hope I answered it decently.
one of my big regret is I always say, "Oh, I'll go see them later," and I missed Queen 2 times. I
Wow.
would have loved to see Freddie Mercury live, but I
Oh
didn't have
yeah.
money. I was a kid, and I think I went to see maybe DI or Gangrene because I saved my money more for the punk and hardcore.
Yeah.
And Freddie Mercury died.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see him.
It's a
Dude,
legend, man.
yeah. I
Awesome.
mean, that's crazy. Well, it's funny. It's not Freddie Mercury, but it's someone like great, but not as great. Well, I'm not gonna say not as great. I'm just saying it's not Freddie Mercury. Scott Weiland from Stone Temple Pilots, who I'm a fan of. They were his new band. The band. It wasn't Velvet Revolver. It was the band right before he died. The year they're called. I forgot what they're called. But anyway, they were in New York, right? And I was just like, I should go see this fucking guy. I should go see them. I just want to see Scott, see him do his shit. And you know what? Like a week later, he died. And I was just like, I should have fucking went to that show. I should have went. I was like in the area. I was like, I should just go. Fucking buy a ticket and just go. And I kind of regretted that. Not, but now like there's certain artists that every time, like Gil Scott-Heron, who's one of my favorite artists. Every time he had battles with drugs and stuff. So every time he would perform, I would go because I'm like, yo, this guy might die soon. I don't want this shit not to happen. I don't see him. So then I got to see him like 3 or 4 times before he passed.
I had tickets for Frank Zappa in Brussels, but he died. The two died.
Exactly.
I love Zappa.
Zappa's great, man. Mothers of Inventions. Yeah. That's the shit. The Mothers of Invention is incredible.
Yeah. I would have loved to go to A7 back in time, because
that would have been really dope. I mean, they still do it now, but it's not the same, obviously. Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I don't because I say like I would have, but at the same time, if I would have went to there, I personally might have been too old now. Yeah. I would have been like, I don't want to do hardcore. I've been here since 1979. And I've been in the hardcore for a long time, but I'm still into shit now. I still listen to the stuff I listened to as a teenager, but I still like, I feel youthful still. I don't feel like, I don't want to be too nostalgic.
Yeah, I think it's important to and it's how my chronicle in this show starts, because it was like he interviewed me and I post like 3 bands that I really love, and there's like one Belgian band who put a song just before. It's like Young Kids. It was a killer song, and I was like, shit, I want to put that song instead,
Right.
Because, I want to put like, give strength to all the people that try no matter kind of music they're doing.
Yeah.
But just like they're doing music, they are putting like, how hard it is.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you do it with passion,
yeah,
it gotta be, and I think there is like plenty of interesting music. Like for right now, we should listen and we should be happy to listen to it, and it gives energy and it's super like good. So,
no, you're right. And at the same time, it's like we all like what we like. We could be as open-minded as we want to be. We're still like what we like. I'm an open-minded guy, but I know I can go back to the shit I like and be like I don't spend my time listening to bad music. Like when I listen to new stuff and if it's not good, I just I don't be like, this is terrible. I don't listen to it no more. I just don't listen to it. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't care. They're like, yo, they're terrible. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's it.
Let me put on something that inspires me, because I don't want to have that energy of like, oh, this guy can't play his guitar. This guy, I'm like, who cares? I know what I like. I'm gonna listen to the people that I enjoy, and if something new hits my ear that I'm like, ooh, I like that, I'm gonna listen. If it doesn't, I'm just say, hey, maybe it's not for me.
That's it.
But
That's
at the
it.
same
That's it.
time, I have the feeling that now we take less time to discover new things. When I say to discover, it's really to dive in. Because if I take an example, Dream Theater, the first time I listened to them, yeah, it's impressive, but I was like, no, that's okay.
Yeah.
But then I listened to them again and again because I didn't have so many CDs. You just bought the CD and you just took the time to enjoy it. And now with all the access to all the music in the world, usually if you don't like it after a few seconds or after a few tracks, you just skip
you don't give it a
and
chance.
look for something else. But
But
actually, there are bands which I love, and if I didn't spend the time to really discover the music and put them on repeat, I might have missed them.
You're right, and you're right, and you know what it is too. So it's happened to me, and I'll be like, yeah, I heard it. I don't know. Didn't really, and somebody say, yo, give it another listen, because I'm like that. I have to sometimes like, yo, I don't know. This doesn't do nothing for me, and then they're like, yo, give it a chance. Sometimes I gotta even let stuff breathe. Like, all right, I'm not ready to listen to this yet because I heard it and this doesn't sound like something I want to like. And then I might be like, oh, you know what? You were right. That's fucking good. I just was not in the right mindset to really digest it. So you're right. Sometimes you have to give it a chance and know yourself too. Know like, yeah, maybe I'm not ready to listen to this right now, or maybe it just doesn't hit me. Like.
But going to shows for me, it's more how I discover like new music, like new band, or it's helped me more than now just listening.
Before we had that MTV, we had some radio and stuff like that. Now there's no more music on MTV. There's nothing on there's no radio show like before. So it's not, you have to search, or it's French. It's, you don't discover music you don't want to discover anymore.
It's kind of, it has to kind of come through your wavelength of your friends, or like people you like with like similar taste. You're like, oh. But sometimes, honestly, I just search through YouTube and I'll go down a rabbit hole. I might start just listening to stuff I like, and I'll be like, what is this? Oh shit, okay. Like if I read an article about a band that I think is cool, I'm gonna listen to that music just because I'm like, oh, I just like the way he answered the questions. I want to check this stuff out.
That's it.
I might still not like it, but I'll be like, this seems pretty. This might be up my alley. Or,
That's it.
Yeah. So I don't know.
YouTube.
Say it again.
And on YouTube, you can spend hours. You click a band you like.
Oh yeah, dude. I go to concerts, man. I'll be shit, man. I'll be in 6 hours on YouTube and like, what the fuck am I? Did I eat yet? I'm like, damn. Oh shit. Yeah, I get it, 100%.
That's how I discover you. Like spending time on like on the web.
Yeah.
I think it was like a black punk.
Oh, the punk,
article, and then
alternative press.
Yeah, I don't think so, but it was like plenty of band they were talking about, and I just like reading, and then like finding you. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna like give it a listen,
Yeah, see,
cool,
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's
randomly,
it's interesting. No, that's. I mean, I discovered music the same way. I'll be just looking and I'll read an article and I'm like, oh, let me check this stuff. I'll go through probably the whole list and check out stuff, and I'll be like, oh, I like this. Oh, let me see what else they got. Oh shit, this is pretty fucking good. Yo, this is good. Oh, okay. This is my cup of tea. Yeah. No, I get it.
You know what we did before? We used to look at the thanks list on the album.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And we discover those bands, and we're like, oh, who's that band? And we try to discover them.
Dude,
I'm still doing it for like old CD that I got. But maybe I missed a band in the thanks list, and now with YouTube it's easier to find them. And so sometimes like I'm boring at home, I go to my CD list, I take one, and I'm like, oh, this band I didn't know.
Listen,
it's crazy.
And listen, I found out about the Misfits from Metallica from Cliff Burton wearing a Misfits shirt. I was like, Misfits, what the fuck is this? And then I was like, oh shit. And like Faith No More, I heard when they were wearing the Faith No More shirt, I was like, Faith No More, what is that? It's a band. And this is before internet. This is just like, I had to go to the record store. What's Faith No More? Oh, this is a band. Okay. And like, that's how I just from James Hetfield and what's the name wearing the shirts and Cliff Burton wearing the Misfit. And I was like, oh, they're doing, and then the Garage Days, they were, oh, this is a Misfit cover. I was like, oh, I got to listen to the original shit now. You know? Well, no, you know what? I heard Sabbath before, but I didn't even know it was Sabbath because I heard Iron Man. I heard Iron Man from wrestling. The Road Warriors used to come in through that as a theme song. So I didn't know who that was, but I was like, yeah, that's incredible. And I was like, oh, that's Black Sabbath. Oh, that's the Road Warriors theme music. So, you know, you never know how it comes and you get discovered, but you know.
And
the power of the merchandising back in the day was like super harder than now. It's like when you see a t-shirt, it's like you like it. It's like I'm gonna try it, and you see it on your record store. Like I remember that band somebody got, you know, and you try, you give it a try, you know. So it's like crazy.
I remember.
You know,
because
that stuff I was like, wow, that's cool. I was a kid and I was like, I like that monster.
Yeah. I mean, dude, like Slayer, I heard of Slayer before I actually heard Slayer. Because when I was in junior high school, a bunch of kids used to have like jean jackets with Slayer patches on. I was like, what is this a gang? I didn't know it was a fucking gang. I was like 12. I was like, what the fuck is Slayer? Like, and then this is like Hella Weights and all that shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And Rain and Blood, I'm like, I don't know. They're just a bunch of guys, but they all had the same, like, you know, Slayer. I'm like, who the fuck is Slayer? Like, I didn't even know. I didn't associate it as a band. I just was like, oh, Slayer. Okay. And then later, oh, Slayer. That's what these kids were wearing. And that was literally a couple years later. I discovered like it was a band, and that's what type of music it was.
It's the same with Maiden.
It's crazy.
I think that everyone heard about Maiden because they saw the lithotype, they saw the logo, they saw Eddie somewhere. I mean, I think that's everyone first dive into Iron Maiden.
For sure.
Yeah, dude. And Maiden stuff still looks good. Like as far as the merchandise and stuff, Eddie's still kicking, man. Eddie's still high school.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite band also. Like all-time favorite.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Maiden.
I like the early Maiden though. I like early Maiden. I don't let me not even say it like that. I love Maiden. I don't tend to listen to. I tend to listen to the earlier stuff. That's all I'll say. And with Bruce Dickinson too. Not Paul Di'Anno and Bruce Dickinson, but
super good.
But I like the early stuff with Paul, and I like the stuff with Bruce too. But after a certain point, I'm like, you're great, you're already iconic. But I listen to the stuff that makes me say, "Woof, wow,
that's it."
Shit, you made this in what year? Damn.
But sometimes you listen to a song like it's like, oh shit, it's a new Maiden, and it's like we didn't give it like a listen,
absolutely.
You know. But and then you listen to a song and you're like, oh, they're still kicking it.
No,
you know?
and no, and that's what it is. It's like a band comes to a point they're competing with their own legacy. But I'm like that. I'm like that. I'm like, dude, you're always going to be on my list of great bands. Like, I'm not going to say you suck now. It's just like you've given me enough that I'm like, oh shit, I don't really like I stopped listening to Metallica a long time ago. But I still listen to those first 3 albums, and I still listen to and I still listen to the Garage Days. Everything after, I don't really listen to. I mean, it's not because it's not good. I just don't. It doesn't compel me to be like, yo, listen to Death Magnetic. They're like, yo, but it's like the old stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I'm just not really interested in listening to it.
I got the same with Slayer.
Yeah,
it's like Slayer after 2005, I think, didn't even listen to it.
2000,
but I still listen
to
Slayer. You know?
Before that, for me.
That's it.
Before that, for me. Way before that. For me, Slayer was like a long time ago. I stopped listening. I still listen, but it was definitely, but whatever. It doesn't matter. It's they're great. They're all great.
I'm still going to shows.
And salute to them for doing about them. So
yeah,
appreciate it.
Okay, we're coming.
I got a cut though, man. Any
okay,
last
that's good.
questions?
We're coming slowly to the end because I see in the backstage we already have our next guest. That's a band to show how we do it in Bxhell TV, because Bxhell is Brussels. It's a band more garage rock, like trance and stuff like that. We had some metal, hardcore, punk, even electronic band. Because, like I always say, there's two kind of music: the one you like and the one you don't like. So at the moment, what are it's hard with those time the projects from Rebelmatic in a few months.
Oh no, James Brown is not a project. That's not a project. That's just how we describe the song. That's how we describe the sound is James Brown and Mosh Pit. That's not a name of an album or nothing. That's just how we describe the sound, because it's easier to say James Brown and Mosh Pit than explain that we listen to like we're influenced by funk and hardcore and metal and all this stuff. So it's like, oh, if you could imagine James Brown and Mosh Pit, and if that interests you, you'd probably be like, oh, let me check this out. So that's why that's there. But the next record is not going to be called James Brown and Mosh Pit. I would say first get Ghost in the Shadows because it's out, and you can order it on redrightrecording.com, and hopefully we'll have some type of European distribution soon that y'all can get it other ways. My solo stuff, Hunt for the Future, will be out on digital platforms. It might come out on vinyl later, and that's cool. It's called Creaturenomics. Creaturenomics is the artist, and what's his name is called Hunt for the Future. And we're working, man. We got like a bunch of new stuff. We got stuff working. I can't even like let it out yet because it's it's not there. I just can't let. But we got a lot of good shit happening. A lot of really good stuff. New songs. We're already put it like this. We're into the next album already. And we got about 14.
Want to follow all your projects, because right now we have the links only for Rebelmatic, but do you have a page, a Facebook page, or whatever media?
Everything else is Creaturenomics. CreatureNomics. Creaturenomics NYC on Bandcamp. Creaturenomics on Facebook. Creaturenomics on IG. Creaturenomics everything.
And but then, you don't have one single page where you gather everything.
Nah, I don't. Okay. I need to do that. I had it, but I mean, like, I'm doing a lot, man. I'm doing shows. I'm doing fatherhood. I'm doing a lot of stuff, man. But it's a lot. I'm doing living. But Creaturenomics, if you Google Creaturenomics, a lot of stuff will come up. And Creaturenomics is, I see. Yeah, y'all got it. And then other than that, it's still like, it comes in with Creature. So I got a lot of records and stuff, man. I got like a lot of music out there. I got it's supportive if you like it, man. We appreciate everyone even listening and taking the time. But check out the Rebelmatic stuff, because we're talking more about the band stuff. So check that out. Yeah. And if you dig what we're doing, man, please support it. Things are opening up, so we're gonna touring's gonna happen soon. Right now, we've been doing a lot of pop-up shows in New York. We did about 18. With social distancing. If you check out our IG, you can see some of the shows. We've done a bunch of those and been successful with that. Things are just opening up, man. Festivals are starting to come. They're knocking at the door, so we're answering. Nice. It's something is going to be soon. Hopefully we'll be out in Belgium 2020, 2021, 2022, whatever. Sooner than later. I haven't been to Belgium since I don't remember, man. A long time ago. No, I've been to Brussels. I've been a couple places. Yeah, I've been to Belgium. I've been all over. I've been to Europe a lot of times, man. I've definitely been, but I haven't been about it had over 10, maybe 15 years. So it's been a long time. I need to get back to Brussels. I need to get back to the Netherlands. I need to get back to Germany, everywhere.
Let's talk. We all have like a connection here, so we can set up something, or make it the right connection for you to come in Europe, So whenever
sure.
you want,
We
you
got
know,
a
just
we got a booking agent now, so I'm trying to do it the
oh.
right way. But we can still no, but I don't mean it like that. I don't mean it like we got a
No,
book.
for sure,
I'm
for sure,
just
for sure,
saying.
for sure. I understand.
I don't mean
It
I got
buys
a booking agent. I can't. No. Don't talk to me. I have a book. I don't mean it like that. Yeah, no, I don't. Hey, I got a booking agent. No. Whoa. I don't mean it like that. I just mean it like, I want them to earn their money doing the booking. You know what I mean? But let's stay in tune anyway.
Anyway, sooner or later.
Ideally, man, we booked up.
That's how the scene is working. Also, it's like you make a European tour. We can friends in every country can help you say, okay, that's a good place to play. That's not a good place.
Yeah, man.
We'd love to have you in Brussels with a smoke coming up.
I don't smoke. I don't smoke or drink, but my band does.
Smoke Bomb is the band from Tam.
It's my band.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, for sure. We talked about that a while ago.
Yeah,
for sure. But you said smoke. I said, I don't smoke. Hey, no.
Yeah, you get this.
I'm acting like acting like the cops are looking. No, I don't. It's legal
for
in
the
New
smoke.
York now,
ask my booking agent.
Yeah, my book and not for me, not for my band. Yeah. But no, for sure. We'll work that out. Let's make that happen.
Yeah. So
y'all are playing.
Anytime if you want to come anytime if you want to come in Brussels, you're welcome. You have a place to stay. You have a place to crash. So
appreciate
it. It was an honor to have you tonight. So
man, I'm glad we could make it happen, and I'm thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it. Hey, I gotta go though because my children are calling me right now.
Yeah,
no problem.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for joining us.
Hold up. I gotta leave. My children are calling me right now. Yeah. I'm gonna go. Thank you.
See you.
I appreciate you guys.
Thanks,
man. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Cheers. Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Cheers. Yes, bye.